guys, Omar with Overlanding Just Cause, and in this video, I want to talk about my 5 favorite channels that I learned the most from about overlanding and off-roading and camping and all of that stuff. So when I first started getting into overlanding, I watched a bunch of different channels, and these 5, I kind of honed in on it and watched more and more. And these guys are pretty cool, and I just want to kind of share it with you if you're getting into overlanding and trying to figure out, where to go, what route to take, and just building your vehicle up. So counting down. So starting with number 5, Mr. Ronnie Doll. He's part of a bigger company called Four Wheeling Australia, but in his channel, he just talks about the do's and don'ts, the right and wrong way. And it's a good channel to kind of learn how to, off-road, overland, camp out. He's in the outback, so it's like he's out there all the time. He has a lot of knowledge. And one thing that I've learned from him is, he does videos on how to off-road in the mud, how to off-road in the sand, just different ways and different things to think about. And I like that. So I definitely learned a lot from his channel. He has a lot of DIYs, and yeah, he's definitely a pro. All right, so number 4, this is Dan from The Road Chose Me. I like his channel because it's super humble guy. He's just going out and he's exploring the world. He's not just exploring his country. He's done trips from Alaska down to Argentina. He's done Africa trips. He's done Australia. I think he's in Tanzania right now. He used to own or have that Wrangler that you see in the picture, but now he has a Gladiator. And one thing that I like about Dan in his videos is that, number one, he does everything himself. He does the recording, he shows, the countryside and the people that he's meeting and things like that. But I also like that when he's building something, he tells you why he's doing it. So a lot of people will do the normal, let's say, for example, a normal bumper. Well, he'll tell you why he went with a not so popular brand or type, and why it fits him best, I guess. So if that helps explain, but check him out. He's a really cool dude, and he goes to a lot of amazing places. If you're thinking about like, I want to go overland, in Africa, he actually has videos on how to start that process, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so he's my number 4. My number 3 guy is Nate from Dirt Lifestyle. Now, this dude, watching his videos, he's just super cool, down to earth, and he's just like a regular guy, which I really appreciate. Now, if money was no option for me, I would have his exact same setup. He's got a huge shop. He's got all the tools. This dude is super talented. He can fabricate, he modifies things, he builds his own whatever, doohickeys. Like he is a jack of all trades. And yeah, if I had his knowledge, man, I would be doing the same exact thing. What I'm most impressed with Nate is that he does it, again, all himself. Like, so he's in his shop, he puts his camera up and he starts recording, and he does all the editing. But I learned a lot from him because he explained what he's doing, why he's doing it a certain way when he's building his cars up. So yeah, super cool dude, it seems like. And yeah, I want to be Nate when I grow up. Anyway, check him out. I definitely learned a lot from him. All right, so let's go to number 2. So my number 2 favorite channel to watch, and what I've learned from, is Kevin from Lifestyle Overland. Now, I picture myself doing this. Kevin and his family are traveling across the US. So that's more my style, like what I want to do. I really like him and his channel and his family because his wife drives a Lexus GX. He drives a 4Runner, and he has a trailer on his 4Runner, and they convoy to every spot together. So he drives his own car, she drives her own car, they get to camp, and then they record themselves making dinner, hanging out, they're kayaking, they're just doing a lot of different stuff. And it's just good quality time that he's spending with his family. And I really appreciate that. Like, that's the vision I see myself going. So yeah, definitely learned a lot from him, just watching how he interacts and how he gets everything together, moving along with his family, going from site to site, the countryside that he experiences, and just the things that his kid, and he has a daughter, gets to see and gets to, do. It's just a good quality, like, family type channel. And again, this is more in line with where I want to go. So check his channel out. Definitely learned a lot from him. All right, now let's go to my number one. My number one channel is this guy, Brad from Prodigal Overland. And as you can see, he has a small channel, but he has a wealth of knowledge. And my favorite thing about Brad is that he doesn't have one of the top three. He doesn't have a 4Runner. He's not driving a Tacoma, and it's not a Wrangler. He's driving a Grand Cherokee. And I like that because even though he's knowledgeable about off-roading, he knows his vehicle's limitations, and he actually pushes those limitations where you wouldn't think a Grand Cherokee could do. He's actually doing, because he knows what lines to take and things like that. And in his videos, he's not only showing the countryside and where he's traveling to, because he also travels with his family, which I think is cool. And he's also a one-man show, does all the filming and editing. But he also explains, like, why he goes a certain route, and and what he needs to look out for, do's and don'ts. He does a lot of DIYs for his Grand Cherokee. So I think that is super cool. And it's just like a different view of overland, because again, most people have the top three dogs. So he has an off dog, and me and my commander, I have an off dog. So I need to definitely know my Jeep's limitations. And I think, I've learned the most from his channel. Even though it's a smaller channel, he has a lot of good information. All right, guys, those are my top 5 channels that I learned the most from when I started getting into overlanding. I hope that helps anyone that's getting into this, and check them out. If you have your own guys that you follow that you've learned a lot from, please leave them in the comments. I would love to check out those channels and learn some more, because I'm always learning. And again, I'm a new guy, guys. I just hit 600 subscribers. So thank you for that. I think it's super awesome. The channel's slowly growing, and more content to come, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe.